Hello everyone, happy Tuesday and welcome to tonight's stream where we are jumping right back into the Outer Worlds 2. Last night we kind of got through pretty much character creation and the prologue and all the tutorial stuff, and so now we're actually going to be stepping off the ship and getting into what I feel like is like the actual game. Not that the prologue's not the actual game, it's like the backstory, but now we're in like the actual meat of the game, I think. So pretty excited. We left off, I think, at actually a really good transition point. And I'm glad for the, the day mix up. Didn't have to wait too long to jump in and play. You fell asleep. Did he die? No, he did not. And actually, I felt kind of silly for thinking he was going to die when I went and checked my thumbnail, which I apparently did not pay attention to at all. Because I was like, oh yeah, look, right there in the thumbnail, he's got no leg. Totally missed that and like didn't see it coming at all. But when I looked at it this morning, I was like, oh yeah, look, there's the guy front and center missing a leg and an arm, but he's alive. So he made it. Let me say hello to everybody and then we're going to jump in. Let's see, Kevin, Bill, Marisol, Lily, Sarah, Christy, Wander. Let's see, Smokey, Archer, welcome. It's good to see all of you. Let's see. Hey Julia, good to see you. I think I got everybody. Let me know if I missed you. Give this a second to kick over. There we go. I left it on the menu screen because I think this is so funny. I briefly mentioned it yesterday that the menu of the game is like a dialogue option with the Moon Man, and he says funny things, and I was bummed because I went into the settings when I loaded into the game because I wanted to turn off the helmet so that we can actually see our face. So I toggled off the visible player helmet. But when I first logged in, he said something about like appreciating story mode and the people that write his dialogues. Thank you for gainful employment or something. It was really funny. And then he said a couple other things and I left it on this one where he's like, oh, he's here for you. It's not like I have a choice. So I totally am going to go back and forth and see if he says anything else really funny. I didn't even know he talked. I didn't do this with my headset on. Oh no issues with strikes. The music was fine. I was shocked because it seemed like it was going to not be.
Need customer support?
I didn't have any idea that he talked.
What do you want now?
He's not going to say anything cool just 'cause I'm trying to get him to say something
back.
cool. Yeah, it's lame.
Always here for you. It's not like I have a choice.
I will say though, that's funnier with his own like intonations. All right, so anyway, let's continue where we left off. I don't know, that amuses me so much. That menu screen being a dialogue check with the Moon Man is so entertaining to me for not really a good reason. All right, so let's see how much of this I forgot from last night. But where is he? That's Valerie. Where's Niles? Is his name Niles? Because that's already something I forgot. Yeah, here's Niles. He's still with us. He's got a burnt up face and he's got a missing leg and arm. But he survived. It's been 10 years. Well, 9 and some change, as he told us. So it has been a long time. There was a time jump if you fell asleep. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Thank you so much for continuing to be a member. We haven't talked to him too much. He doesn't seem as like, he doesn't have that like sweet innocence that he had at the beginning, but he has a lot of guilt and it's been 10 years. So old companions. You can have up to 2 companions who follow and assist you on your adventure. Each companion has a special companion ability that can be activated once charged. Each companion ability is unique and can taunt enemies, deal a quick burst of damage, or even heal you. Companions also level up with you and gain a perk point every 5 levels that you can spend in the ledger. I still like him. I think we still like him. We haven't interacted with him too much, but I think we still like him. So we only have 2 companions at the moment, so we're just going to bring both of them. Easy choices. Oh. We get an achievement for landing on Paradise Island. like, boom, here we are right outside. All right, so speak with Niles.
No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. He's been all by himself for 10 years. We did see some messages back and forth on the terminal about how he was trying to request extraction, and they kept denying it. So he's been by himself with just Valerie for a decade. I'd like to take advantage of your engineering skills. I'd like to know more about this merger between Auntie Cleo's and Spacer's Choice. I have a few personal questions for you. We can send him back to the incognito. This isn't working out. I think it's time we part ways. All right, let's go through some of the top ones. Let's ask more about the merger. Let's get some lore.
It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Auntie Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out.
All right, now let's ask him some personal questions.
Oh yeah? What's needling you?
We never really got the chance to get to know one another. I'd like to change that.
Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it?
Irrevocable betrayal does tend to put a damper on most relationships. What have you been up to in the past 10 years?
All I heard about this moon called Eden. Ain't much lived up to the name, though. All jesting aside, what's there to tell? Spent the first year getting back up on my feet, literally. Been mostly laying low since then, maintaining my cover. Before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone to watch the colony, and I had 2 working lamps.
So it's just been you and the Valerie unit this whole time?
Not always. Went a couple of stretches there on low power to avoid detection from Protectorate patrols. I usually shut her down for a few cycles then. The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong.
Oh, so that's even worse. When he started to say not necessarily, I thought maybe somebody joined him. But no, he meant that he turned Valerie off and was all by himself. The correct answer was negative, Commander. That would be harmful to my mental states. You were alone a long time, Niles. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Got caught up in a few lost causes, the particulars of which I'd rather not go into now, if it's all the same.
Has anything good happened?
I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it.
Aw, his first response was he found us. Wait, what did the ship smell like before?
Spratwurst.
Spratwurst. Were you cooking Spratwurst?
Be pretty horrifying if I wasn't. I was trying to teach myself some new skills in the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. I figured Spratwurst ain't an easy meal to mess up.
Sounds like that turned out well.
Nothing like a small grease fire in space to get the vitals pumping.
All right, let's see. You didn't grow up in Arcadia, obviously. What was life like where you're from?
Like most colonies. Good people being ground down from above. A lot of fancy talk from suits about streamlining and quarterly earnings while them on the line barely scrape by. Triangulum's known for churning out freighters, and shipbuilding ain't exactly known for being clean, safe work neither. Especially when corners get cut. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged up, filthy, and smelling like I just crawled out of an exhaust port.
Bet you were eager to jump at a chance to escape that life. I know I'd be.
It was hard work, sure. But there was something special about seeing one of them long haulers fire up her engines for the first time and knowing you had a hand in her construction. Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. But I wanted to learn, so I paid attention. Too good of attention, as it turned out.
Plot thickens.
I was working late one evening and overheard something I shouldn't have. Some bigwigs exchanging inside information that would have cost the corporation a pretty bit. A day later, I was being accused of corporate espionage. Didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jackboot showed up at my door.
Weren't you worried that running would make you look guilty? How'd you go from fugitive to Earth Directorate agents?
I was on the run for, I don't even know how long. The days sort of bled into one another. I started losing hope of things ever changing for the better. Then, the Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated Triangulum, pulling me and the rest of the colony out from under the corporate boot. Joining up after that just made sense.
Wow, this is like a lot. This conversation is very detailed. Let's ask how we first met DeVries, the lady that betrayed us.
She was one of the forward agents who went ahead to assess just how bad Triangulum had gotten. We met while I was in hiding, and I helped her learn the lay of the land, as it were. She was no nonsense. I thought her one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And while she could also be cutting, I felt like I only caught her edge when I deserved it. I liked her. And for some reason, she seemed to take a shine to me. But she wasn't around long. By the time I officially joined up, she'd already moved on to the next mission.
And then she blew you up. Is that the last time you saw her before Horizon Point?
Sure was. Kept hoping I might run into her during training. But now I know she was busy turning her coat here in Arcadia.
Let's ask him if he regrets it.
I could ask you the same thing.
All right, so we have to go with our roustabout option because we said we were. So we're going to say only about 5 times a day. I still don't know how I got into this mess.
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence. But at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it.
Do you still believe that?
Not much dignity in having your limbs blown off. Sorry, that was
Valid.
blunt.
But valid. Let's see. You don't have to apologize, Niles.
I just get tired of talking around it, you know? But back to your initial question. Do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah. Some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you. And, well, not much to regret there. Only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair. But it keeps on.
You can't be let down if you never get your hopes up. We're going to say, I bet that kid would be awfully proud of the man you've become.
You buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking extra shifts cleaning the head.
Please, you think I don't know my way around a toilet?
I have so many questions I want to ask right now, but I think I'd regret getting the answers. Oh, and thanks for what you said. Maybe I'm not as far away from where I started as I thought.
Okay, so the only other thing we can ask you about is his family.
My folks shuffled off the motor coil when I was little. Assembly line accident. Got passed between some distant relations for a few years. They tried their best. Weren't cruel or nothing, but life on Triangulum was tough. And they had their own families to worry about, you know? I didn't like feeling like I was adding to their burden, so I struck out on my own just as soon as I could. And well, you know how that turned out.
Do you ever miss them?
Yeah. Thoughts crossed my mind over the years, especially when it was just me and Val. I wish I spent more time with her when I had the chance. No point missing something you're never getting back, though.
Let's see. We won't be stuck in Arcadia forever. Maybe you can visit them one day.
That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. They probably figure I'm dead. But void it all. Now you got me thinking about it. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum, make the introductions myself. Deal?
Deal.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you.
Thanks for the chat. We'll talk more later. Okay, that is so startling, the way we, like, instantly pulled the gun on him. How do I holster this thing? Can I holster this thing? My gun has a moon man on it. R doesn't do it. Oh. Figured out how to punch. Was that a coincidence? Okay, it was a coincidence.
That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on site.
And that's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up debris trail.
I punched. So the side mouse button, which I think is like mouse 4, is a punch. But it was funny timing because as soon as I did it, it started doing that purple sky thing, and I was like, did I do that? I really don't know. Let's see if we can see the keybinds. Are there keybinds? Edit key bindings. Use, reload. Oh yeah, right here, quick melee. Next weapon, previous weapon is the scroll wheel. Okay. Oh, F5 for quick save. Gotta remember that. Equipment radial. Okay, yeah, I don't see... Ah, okay. Equipment radial. Got it. Prime gadget. Huh. Hold R. Ah, Lily, thank you. I skimmed too fast. I was hitting R to try to holster it, but I wasn't holding R. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Probably not going to be a lot of loot here. We can go up in the elevator. Oh, hi, Valerie. Hi, Niles. Turn the radio off. I don't know if we have to worry about the radios in this. Probably don't. Some bits. What am I stuck on? The floor. Lucky Spratfoot. Alright, let's see what this terminal does. Important announcements. To all subjects, invasion of cutthroat corporatists. The scourge of unfettered capitalism has come to Arcadia and brought with it the seeds of its own destruction. Their invasion armada exacerbated the rift anomaly, which was naturally occurring and well within our ability to control, causing it to fracture the aether further, sending invisible tendrils in all directions. This has closed the colony off from any support they may have been awaiting, but has caused us no harm, being self-sufficient in every way. These bit worshippers will soon taste defeat. It is your duty to resist their sugared temptations, processed promises, and low-quality goods they are using to try to subjugate our beloved colony. Do not hesitate to sacrifice your life to stop them, or to report your fellow subjects for collusion or weakness. Any subject caught with their products will be dealt with. So you don't think they're going to like my Moon Man weapon? Betrayal of the Order of the Ascendant. As of this day, the Order of the Ascendant has declared themselves enemies of the Protectorate. That they have chosen to do so in the wake of the corporate invasion of our beloved colony attests to their true nature. It is now obvious that the corporate incursion was somehow helped by the traitors of the Order, else it would have been crushed before it began. Rest assured, the Sovereign knew of their treachery well in advance of their betrayal, and thus was not taken by surprise. Any communications from, to, or involving the Order in any way are now to be considered enemy correspondence and must be forwarded to the Ministry of Accuracy. And then Fairfield landing pad personnel decommissioning of landing pad. By order of Vigilant Norden, the Fairfield landing pad is decommissioned effective immediately. All repair efforts are to be halted, all remaining automechanical units are to be relocated to support our valiant war effort, and all subjects currently assigned there are to report to Constable Hawthorne's office for reassignment. The continued targeting of the landing pad by our vile corporatist enemies has been ineffectual at best, and has not in any way contributed to this decommissioning. Our automechanical losses are insignificant and barely worth mentioning, and rumors of the imminent fall of Fairfield to the greed-loving corporatists are not only untrue, they are treasonous. In other words, that's exactly what happened. Is there fall damage? Yes. Yes, there is. But we quick saved first. And that's why we quick save. As soon as it started to do that effect on the side of the screen that made it seem like we were going really fast, I knew we were cooked, as the kids would say. All right, let's take the elevator down. We'll take the elevator. You guys have cookies? Oh, wait. Wait. There's a thing. Oh, secret door? Okay, this I think is the first time that the observation skill has been super handy. Because that was just a wall. We never would have found this. What's in here? Additional distribution instructions. Well, we're in it now, and no amount of num rum will help this go down any easier. Since our predecessors bungled things here so badly that the compliance adjusters had no choice but to lock them up in the old constable's office like common crooks, discretion's our new watchword. Hence, there will be no shipments here or anywhere else until this is all sorted. I know we count on our shares skimmed off the top of the stolen goods, but we can't avail ourselves of our usual taste until the profits are flowing again. We can resume our normal gifting once we've recouped the cost of greasing the provincials and have smoothed things over. Yay, thank you for the cookie. There's gotta be something cool in here, no? Ooh, defensive plates. It's advanced decryption key. An advanced decryption key. What do you think that's going to go to? Where did it go? Aha, in here. A key used for opening high security. Oh, wait, is that what we need for those? Is that what we need for these high security lockboxes? To get, like, the mod kit? That's what we need to open these things, isn't it? Okay, that's cool. So we're one ahead. Yeah, it is for the box on the ship thingy. Our box dispenser. I didn't realize, like, so we have this, but we just can't open it? I thought we didn't even have it. Maybe open... Oh, okay. This has been sent to our ship. Okay, it shows in our inventory, but it's in the ship waiting for us. Got it. Got it. Okay, so that little observation thingy went real quick, though, so we gotta be careful to keep an eye out for it, because that's really helpful. I think we need, like, 10 keys or something, so being one up is super handy. Aunties.
Sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
Correction.
Auntie's
The sign
choice.
seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the trooper.
Pick up triple barrel shotgun. Okay, cool. We don't have a shotgun yet. How's the map? On the screen map. Okay. On the map screen, you can view areas you've discovered while exploring. Many locations are hidden by the fog of war, which automatically reveals as you travel. You can also fast travel to previously discovered locations by clicking on them. I do love a good fast travel. Okay, it's not terrible. Like, the details are covered, but you can still see, like, building outlines and stuff. Ooh, more bodies. I probably shouldn't say, ooh, more bodies with that much excitement, but bodies mean loot. Extra holster. Gain an additional weapon slot. That's really handy. Some shells. Commemorative toss ball. I don't go too far off the beaten path, but... Alright, yeah, this is just back to the landing pad, but now we're on the back side of it. Because we didn't come around this side. Okay, let's follow the tracks. Tracks? Road? I don't know what this is meant to be. Oh.
Engaging hostile life forms. Emergency.
Whoa. Companion abilities. Okay, so each companion has a special companion ability that can be activated once charged. They're all unique. Naturally charge over time while in combat, but can be charged faster via skills, perks, or equipment. Okay, so C is Companion 1's ability, and V is Companion 2's ability. Oh, wait.
Earth Directorate Pharmaceutics.
I have no idea what just happened. What are their abilities? Does it tell me somewhere? Like, what is your ability? Ability. Spread out, I'll hold him. Niles taunts all enemies in an area around him. After he fires 3 shots at the target, dealing increased damage. His ability must be fully charged. Okay. It did look like he teleported. Which doesn't sound like this, but okay. And Valerie's... Emergency protocols. Fires a volley of syringes with healing drugs at you, applying a strong heal over time effect and granting massive damage reduction for a short duration. Okay, so we definitely didn't need that, and I probably should have read what they were before using them. But this does give us a chance to see how long the refresh takes, because it does seem to be pretty slow. Did I actually take that? Yeah. Yeah, the recharge on their abilities is very long.
Company. Must be from that ship on the landing pad.
Let's put the weapon away.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all.
We're gonna go with our speech option. We could just say we're an agent of the Earth Directorate. But we're gonna say I'm a Sprat exterminator. Got an order from your supervisor and see what she says.
Huh. Really? Everyone knows we're cultivating our Sprat population for a new deep-fried snack line. So I refuse to fall for such a ham-handed attempt at dissemblance. Look, we're Auntie's Choice. Lying's fine. We downright admire it even, if you pull it off. Next time, try a little harder. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way.
Let's see. Looking for a trader who goes by DeVries. Any idea where I might find her?
As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milver Street knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else?
Is it normal to get shot at by auto mechanicals on the way to town, or are we just special?
On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them?
Oh yeah, okay, so we have the toss ball. Unfortunately, yes, found this on one of their bodies.
Damnation. I know that toss ball. Belonged to a friend on that detail. Keepsake, I guess. Thanks. That'll mean a lot to his family. They can use it to pay his gravesite fees. Fool never bothered keeping up on the payments. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them. There's a bounty for it.
How might someone accept said bounty?
Bounty terminal's out next to the jail, across from the bar. Just down the lane here a spell. You get to Town Hall, you passed it.
I'll admit I'm not particularly clear about what Auntie's choice is.
What? You been in hibernation or something?
Yes.
We're here to bring the free market's liberation to the people of Arcadia. And Arcadia's bounty to the rest of the galaxy, of course.
There anywhere I can buy a gun or a drink or some meds?
Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot down the lane.
Okay, cool.
Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milver Street. He's in the town hall. That'd be the one with the giant hologram on it. Can't miss it. Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Take the pressure off.
All right, let's see. So we have to see Minister at Milver Street.
Spheres of pressure.
Diabolical drones of doom mentioned. Okay. So we already got a relationship up with them by one. Would this be stealing stuff? So you've just been liberated. Now what? Auntie wants to help you acclimate to your wondrous new freedom. Confused by too many new choices? Here's a handy list of strategies to help make sense of it all, thoughtfully curated with you in mind. Only buy Auntie's products. Bits spent on our goods are returned to your pockets as your salary. It's the free market in action. Empower yourself with the latest AC products. Use new ones generously and throw away the old ones. You deserve only the best. You don't have to work for Auntie's to enjoy her products, but it helps. Sell your stock to anyone with the bits to pay, and be sure to remind them how good you have it with Auntie's Choice. Support mankind's future prosperity. Persuade others to join our cause. Strangers are just customers you haven't met. Be a dynamic individual, skipping break time to enhance your profits. Persevere through any illness and hardship. You're worth it. Be efficient. Use your newfound freedoms to ensure your destiny is filled with all the goodness bits can buy. Remember, anytime you are not shopping, it's time you could be shipping. Reach your full potential today with Auntie's Choice. Okay. Nope, we're not stealing. Nothing too interesting, though. Cigarette lighter. There are a lot of cigarette lighters. Alright, this is the clinic.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc.
Oh,
Be over here.
God.
Definitely not in excruciating pain.
What on earth? Or I guess not Earth, right? What happened to you? He's like in a
Don't mean to
giant
sound
blood
unsociable,
puddle.
but you might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings.
What happened? That's a lot of blood. What happens?
I was on sentry duty, bravely surveying our perimeter for threats, when a Protectorate drone attacked out of nowhere. Third time in as many days. I returned fire like it was a cereal. Bang, bang, bang! Pew, pew, pew! Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again?
Oh,
It was all
no.
going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me.
How'd you survive?
Trooper Faulkner happened upon the scene just then and dispatched the drone before it could finish me off. No idea where these drones are coming from, but Faulkner's been having a time of it lately. Be nice if someone helped out, but Carr's hands are tied. Lack of resources, I guess? As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while defending the forward operating base. Imagine the base is probably hurting for warm bodies just now.
I kind of feel bad now because I thought we'd immediately get to go back to the original set of options where we could have asked Val to fix him. Like, maybe we should have done that first. Cold ones could work. Just prop them up and put a helmet on. No one knows the difference. What's this about a forward operating base? Let's ask the real question.
Only one of the most lucrative posts a soldier could be assigned to. Hazard pay through the roof. The FOBs are our main line of defense. The only thing stopping the Protectorate from sending their legions over that bridge of theirs and attacking us here in Fairfield. The man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. What I wouldn't give to join his outfit.
Given your track record with drones, I'd avoid live enemies. You should stay in Fairfield. Sounds like a quick way to distinguish yourself. Why don't you volunteer?
Now there's an idea might be worth considering. They do say the quickest way to a promotion is by climbing over other bodies. It's all a moot point till I can get this arm of mine mended. Poor Doc Barnes is working himself to the bone trying to take care of us, but he's only one man. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine the casualties he'd be dealing with then, given all its defenses.
We're totally gonna have to do a deal with that relay station. Oh, if only we had medical skill. Let's see. So between protectorate attacks and rogue drones, what's going right around here?
Well, Cole's got the saloon up and running now. World always shines a little brighter after a few swigs of Spectrum.
Mind if I take a look at your arm more closely?
I don't know. You some kind of doctor type?
Oh, we can lie. I am indeed trained in anatomical scrutiny and bodily dissection. If it makes you feel better, we can pretend the answer is yes. That one's funny, but we're gonna lie because that's our speech choice.
Wow. Those must be some advanced courses because I've never even heard of them. Well, all right then. Just hope you're not squeamish.
I've seen worse. You'll live, probably.
That don't exactly inspire me with confidence, but I'll take a hopeful prognosis over the alternative any day.
It's been fun, but I've got places to be, havoc to wreak. Good luck not bleeding out. Yeah, I kind of wish that we had asked Valerie to help him. So looking at it, I don't think our companion abilities recharge outside of combat. It did say that. I think now, in hindsight, I remember reading that.
I must ask you to hold still.
These ones don't have names. Let's talk to Dr. Barnes, though. This one also doesn't have a name. This doesn't look good. This whole place doesn't look good. We're not going to steal stuff, because that feels like a bad idea. Clinic chem sets. This gizmo looks really complicated and probably expensive. You can't tell much from looking at it, but most of the vials are pretty empty of materials. Randomly mix chemicals and hope for the best. Let's just not do that. Alright, let's talk to the doctor. I want to try to talk to named people.
Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected.
You fetch the restraints, I'll grab the bone saw. Shame to lose a leg, but it'd be worse to lose your life.
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a private consultation.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer.
Ooh, we could offer to help, but you know we're not going to do that. What if the trooper can't afford the cost of treatment and isn't recompensated?
Well then, she should have thought about that before getting shot.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc.
Wow.
Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway.
I don't suppose I could borrow that bone saw, you know, for reasons.
Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next, a giant station falling out of the sky to crush us all? In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it.
Oh, okay, so he directs us back to Erickson if we didn't already talk to him. His little slit eye is very distracting. Like, what is happening here? I spoke with Erickson. He indicated you could use some help.
Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers.
Can't you make the coagulant yourself? There's a chem set right there.
I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else?
Let's see. I see Auntie's choice here, but do you get many ex-protectorate coming in for treatments?
Some. Most still tout the all-healing nature of protectorate medicine. But despite that, they're surprisingly amenable to accepting treatment.
They ain't grown up with the right to dissent. Probably wouldn't even occur to them to turn down poison if you told them to take it.
Good thing I don't prescribe poison then. Normally. In truth, I expected more resistance given the sudden transition. But I'm not one to complain of a headache I don't have.
All right, let's see what the vendor screen looks like.
Cost a premium, but take enough and you'll see the architect. Yeah, at least that's what I've heard.
All right, let's see. So we have the consumerism perks. We get an extra discount. Extra primer ports. Ingredients, trauma kits. Trauma kits might be handy. Trauma kit may be consumed by a companion to immediately return you to action. Do you have anything to sell? Not really anything I want to sell. We already have one trauma kit. I like that we can sell our trauma kit for $39. But to buy one costs $298. So this is the thing we were seeing. So we make less money because of this consumerism trait, but we can buy things for less. Okay, cool. Well, we don't want to steal stuff, so let's head out of here. I honestly expected some kind of quest from all of that. I really thought that they were going to be like, oh, go get us medical supplies from somewhere. Who's talking? Obviously.
When my deal comes through, I'll have
Oh,
enough
those
bits
people.
to own this place.
Who's in here?
Never
Anyone
been
with
the
a
type to
name?
sit behind a desk all day.
Intoxicant
When I could
facilitator
stand
Cole.
behind a bar.
All right, we're gonna talk to this person with the green hair, but first the kids are here to say goodnight, so I will be right back. I think I'll just leave this up. Alright, and we're back. Kiddo and Minnie Blue say goodnight. Jansen, good to see you. Alright,
Welcome to the Name Pending Saloon, purveyor of
The
spirits
name
and
pending.
stimuli. What'll it be, stranger?
Name pending. Looking for information. Have any?
Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between the Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war. Any particular topic you have in mind?
Let's see. Some of these are probably repetitive. I don't think we need to go through all of them. Anything you can tell me about the people who are running this town? That one seems potentially relevant.
Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption.
Who's in charge up at Vox Relay?
Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions.
Okay. Any word about the situation up north? Anything someone headed that way should avoid?
Tell you one thing you can't avoid. The bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it.
I don't think I've ever in my life heard the word bivouacked. How did she say that? How'd Auntie Cleo's and Spacer's Choice become one company? Let's get everyone's opinion on this, I guess. We'll do all the things.
You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue.
I had so many questions and now I feel like I know everything.
My pleasure. Got anything for me in return?
Let's see. Don't have much. Being an Earth Directorate agent isn't like on Commander Zane and Buddy. Let's lie. All Etherware series are true stories based on classified Earth Directorate files.
No. All of them? You mean the critters from Plague of the Mind parasites are real? Oh, gracious. Sure glad there ain't no inside-out monsters or their like around these parts.
You ever seen the one where the two fixers give a beatdown to that rabid primal? That was us.
Yeah, let's consider that one our little secret. We spread that too freely, people here might just plumb succumb to terror.
Name pending saloon? You haven't named this place yet?
That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders?
Yes. Yep.
At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here?
Let's go with the fair shake. Although absinthe-minded is very punny. Absinthe-minded is very punny. Let's go punny.
Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan.
Speech check. Tell me truthfully, you don't really have a 19-point plan, do you?
Shh, not so loud. Look, operating a new location sure ain't easy. Swear I get blamed for anything going wrong, whether it's my fault or some foul up from the local head office. But the nice thing about Fairfield, if you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare.
Alright, let's see what her vendor situation looks like.
And I am mostly not being literal there.
Biomass canisters. And then, yeah, exactly what you would expect. Just some drinks. Okay, cool. I know, her title's really good. Intoxicant Facilitator. We're not gonna steal from people.
Break. Finally find a way to get ahead, and this happens. Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
My last mission left a rift in space and cast me floating adrift in the void for a decade.
So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out.
And just what is it you need help with?
It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike.
I actually do a pretty convincing impression of a raptidon mating call. Want to hear? You were saying something about Spire Grove? What's there?
While exploring facilities to the north, my partner unearthed a heretofore unexploited advanced protectorate technology. Couldn't or wouldn't go into details, but he promised every household would want one, that it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
So what's in it for him?
Typical research type, focused on all the wrong things. Not particularly motivated by competition or social advancement. Strange bird. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for schematics or a prototype. Said sure. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it.
Alright, you're in quite a bind. We could probably work out some solution.
Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Okay then.
Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
You've been a bit light on details about what these schematics are for.
Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure.
Edible spacesuits seems like a terrible idea. Where's Spire Grove exactly? Wait, didn't he already tell us that?
Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here.
Oh, okay.
Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow.
Consider it done. I'll be on my way.
All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
Look at us already collecting relationships and talking to people and getting side quests. All right, this is the bounty board. Look up your own bounty. Look up local bounties. Requires the perk bit transfer. All right, let's look up local bounties. Wanted drone swarm. The Protectorate has dispatched a swarm of anti-corporatist drones against Fairfield. The drone cannot be reasoned with or persuaded by superior marketing and must therefore be destroyed. The drones were last seen in the hills around the Ministry of Accuracy. A bounty of bits and positive reinforcement will be awarded to whoever brings them in. Okay, good. That automatically gave us the thingy,
Don't go into
so...
that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over time. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she
Store
said.
this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah,
Wanted
guns,
dead or
armor,
alive.
Probably some ammunition too.
Wait, the warden's
Honestly,
in the
ain't that
cell?
much of a mystery.
Why is the warden in the jail cell?
Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only 2 brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching.
Oh, because he's from the Protectorate.
No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command.
That's why. He's with the Protectorate. I get it. Let's see. Well, I did lead a team, but that was a while ago.
From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well?
Depends. How would you describe losing all of your troops and then nearly dying?
It must have been a nettlesome experience indeed if you remain so prickly about it. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and caretaker of worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick.
If you're a warden, shouldn't you be guarding the cell from outside of it?
I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military, short for Warden of the Realm.
Would you happen to know of a way to get into the armory?
And if I did?
It is nice that it doesn't, like, this is an epic mustache that does not appear to be growing out of his nose. That was the first thing I noticed, too. I was like, at least it's not a nose mustache. Better I get whatever's inside that armory than the people who imprisoned you, right?
What a strange argument. Obviously, I would prefer the contents of the armory remain with the Protectorate, but circumstances being what they are, perhaps you're right. We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell.
You can rely on me to be the very spirit of discretion.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, cool. These guys have names, too. That's a locked door.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole
Oh, because that's the
pool of bits
armory.
enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns.
Is the store giving you trouble?
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Do it. Do it right now.
Don't encourage him.
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, that could plow through the door.
Why is it so important that you get into the armory anyway?
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war, and hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority.
Is the situation with the Protectorate that dire?
In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready.
Let's see. What's preventing Carr from taking action?
Why do you want to know? What are you, some kind of spy?
Back down, Trooper. I'm sure our friend here is just curious. Still haven't gotten orders to, I suppose. Only person besides Carr who might know more is Commander Torres out at the forward operating base.
Let's see. So do you want me to try to open the door now, or...?
Like it's just that simple.
Haven't you been listening? That door is sealed tighter than a Saltuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon.
We can say I haven't made a lock that could keep me out.
Oh, really? Why didn't you lead with that?
Ordinarily, I'd question how you came about such a unique skill set. But circumstances being what they are, have at it. Just know we're keeping an eye on you.
But we don't have enough lockpicks, I think is the problem. Yeah, we need lockpicking 3 and a mag pick, which we don't have. Okay, no, we're not gonna steal stuff. You still get away with stealing stuff if you're like crouched and they can't see you? That's still a thing. Let's test it. Okay, we're crouched. No one can see us. Right? That person's looking the other direction. Or are they looking right at us? Nope, that's the back of the mullet head. Didn't seem to notice. Okay, so I think we can steal stuff as long as it's not... Oh, police officer hat and clothing. We want the hat and the clothing. Why do I feel like that's going to be relevant to how we get in there after we talk to the warden? Let's go talk to him now. Oh yeah, the companions didn't even get upset.
We should be able to speak freely here without the risk of being overheard.
How clandestine. I feel like a spy.
Had you been born in the Protectorate, that passion for discreet service would have been rewarded with assignment to the Sentinels. The loss for us all, no doubt. But now, we were speaking of finding a way into the armory, yes? There is an entrance on the roof by which you may gain ingress. Had these two dolts bothered to do even the most cursory inspection, they'd have found it.
The roof, you say? How am I supposed to get up there?
I leave that to you to discover. Be grateful I offered you this much. That is all I have for you. I must recuse myself now, lest I draw undue attention and be subjected to another lecture on the benefits of the free market. Goodbye, and pray we never meet outside this constabulary. I will, of course, be required by duty to meet you as an adversary under such circumstances.
Okay, bye, mustache man. Alright, so we need a way to get up to the roof. And I'm... Oh, whoa, hello. Stealth grass. Thick grass hides you from hostiles in the area. Are there hostiles in the area? No? Okay, we just happened to walk into it.
Might I have a word, Commander?
Oh, Niles wants to talk to us.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Avoid it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-Protectorate, a good man. Tracked in the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course.
I wouldn't mind meeting this friend of yours.
Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Any chance he'll be happy to see you?
Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have.
Alright, what happened between you?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Never would have guessed there was a resistance to the protectorate from within.
Resistance is a mite strong. Wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met.
So what happens?
We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
Base Ranger perk. If I were there, things would have gone down differently. That seems kind of harsh, though. You were trying to do the right thing. That's what an Earth Directorate agent should do.
Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Figured that's what I was doing. Putting a stop to all the pain I was causing. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Till recent.
Be straight with me, Niles. What are you hoping to get out of seeing him?
If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before.
No time like the present to make up for past mistakes. Let's go see your friends.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Okay, so we're picking up side quests all over the place. We've got to get up there, like onto this scaffolding. Seems like the obvious... Can we stay up here? Yeah? Can we make this jump? Oh, surprisingly we can. Wow, we can jump really far. Farther than I would have expected. So now the real question is going to be, how do I get out of here? Oh, good. We can just open it. Okay. Ooh, infantry cap. Another hat. Shock machine gun. Grenades. Shock rods. Defensive plates. Yes, we have some outfit mods now. It's funny how we drop into a crouch. Like, if I fall down like that, we automatically crouch down. We are hat rich. Did Niles jump down here? Oh, there he is.
Whoa! How in the blazes did you get in there?
Haha, magic. I'm just not going to acknowledge that.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk.
Alright, so we gotta go talk to the guy about DeVries.
No. Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Her armor has a face on it.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
I believe in righteous justice, especially anti-corporate justice. What say you to that?
I say, anyone can be an ally, even a supposed enemy. All you need is the right combination of motivators. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
I love this. Whisper to Niles. Think we can trust this guy? We can interact with our own, people.
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips?
Niles doesn't trust him because of his hat. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm trying to find someone here, name of Augustine DeVries.
I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together.
I need to get into the Vox relay.
Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
You could hide a lot under that hat. Holograms for distraction. Lots of space. Let's see. Nice sales pitch.
You can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
What's a grafted soldier?
Grafted soldiers were the subjects of the Enhanced Soldier Program, so named as its intent was to utilize nature to enhance a soldier's natural talents. Unfortunately, the program resulted in many casualties, and what few successes we had were, literally short-lived.
You must not have much faith in your troops if you're sending me after one.
I may be a motivator of persons, but I'm also something of a realist. Our grafted soldiers are capable at their apex, but many degrade before accomplishing themselves. I chose Trooper Sealong to grant her the opportunity to be of use, but the grafting program was shuttered with good reason. Best to be thorough.
Let's see, what do you know about mental refreshment?
Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of mental reset designed to bring them closer to the Protectorate ideal. But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there a more beautiful phrase?
So go to the ministry and retrieve the info. Anything else?
Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
Okay, so let's go with good point. I'll be back. So we have to choose one of them? Where
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
Where'd the lady go? Oh, she's over here.
You there. Still got work if you're looking. You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
Attack. Looking for Auntie's Choice bootlickers to kill. Hey, I'm talking to one. And then we can speech attack. That's kind of a crazy option right out of the gate. Let's go with the roustabout one. Having a purpose has never really been my thing, but I'm supposed to go to the Vox.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
Let's see. Have you seen any unusual Protectorate subjects? I'm looking for someone named DeVries.
Unusual refers to every turncoat and is not a halfway strong enough phrase. Try gormless cretins who can not so much as wipe their running noses without begging permission. Don't know if there's a DeVries here. Not my department. Milver Street befriends the ex-subjects, keeps tabs on them. Ask him. Why are you looking for them? Who are they to you?
ex-lover who jilted me. I seek answers and bloody vengeance in no particular order. Let's just say, like I said, just an old friend.
Sorry to be the one to say it, but if your friend is still amidst Protectorate ranks, bet as good as any they may have met their end.
Let's see. Isn't soliciting my help unauthorized? Seems your boss will be mad at you.
My employer would assuredly be filled with wrath if it were my forces I were committing. But enlisting a freelancer on my own dime is hardly committing any forces. If you fail, I'll be out nothing, and Auntie shall be none the wiser. And if you succeed, I can't be blamed if my plans came to fruition on their own.
Alright, suppose there's no shame in hearing what you've got planned.
I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
Milver Street said the same thing about you. He wants information on mental refreshment.
Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwashing? Oh, for shame. He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive if he knew directness. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me.
I don't know how I feel about being fought over by two opposing options so early. They have to pick a side. Let's see. Wouldn't it be simpler to kill everyone in the facility then to sabotage it?
Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people. And there'll no doubt be a replacement crew in a week's time. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary.
What's the plan for infiltrating the facility?
Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper.
Alright, let's think about it before we make a decision.
Speak to Milver Street if he ain't already stuck his hooks in you. I'm confident you got the spine for what must be done.
So basically, we have to destroy a building with her, or give the other guy access to the mind refreshment. Giving him the mind refreshment is where I hesitate. Because that just feels like a bad idea, you know? He's kind of sketchy. Giving him mind control abilities feels like a bad idea. Ooh, balcony. He's more entertaining as a character, though. Can I jump up here? Too high? The presence of convenient scaffolding makes me feel like there's going to be something at the top of the scaffolding that I'm going to want to look at. Because otherwise, why would there be scaffolding here? I love the hologram of Auntie Cleo's face over the statue. Up here with the hologram. This is the other side. Alright. Yeah, I guess there's nothing cool up here. Huh. I really thought there'd be something cool. We did get some loot from going up there, though. There was some cloth and stuff. Okay, let's get back on track and go find the records in that room. He just jumped out of nowhere. Anti-spacer Corona. It didn't look like we could get higher up. Doesn't mean we couldn't, but it didn't look like we could. Let's see. Notification of death. Dear father, mother, guardian name. I regret to inform you that your son, daughter, child, employee rank, first name, last name, was killed in action at location on date. I know the sorrow that this message brings you, but no. Fill in the blanks. Was a valuable auntie. Okay, the auntie's choice thing is going to trip me up because I'm so used to it being Auntie Cleo, and choice also starts with a C that I want to say Auntie Cleo, and then I trip up over it. Asset, and that they contribute to the war effort on Eden will not, or their contribution will not be forgotten. So form letter death notification. That would be stealing. I'm assuming this is the records room. How do we get to look at the records? Oh, maybe this thing? Yep, found it. Alright, let's see. Available appropriated protectorate lodgements. Augustine DeVries, house, red trim, circle windows. Beatrice Lawrence, gray trim house with oval windows and a large porch. Newly assigned residents. Warren. Okay. So we need a house with red trim and circle windows. Red trim, circle windows. Might be harder to find, but you know, there's a map marker, so I think we're going to be good. You look like the type of person that would have a name, but we can't even talk to you, so I guess not. Ooh, workbench. We have some mods here. What are we wearing right now? Does it show me which one's equipped? Because I think it's this. Defensive plates. Extra holster. So we get an extra weapon slot. Let's put that on. Okay. And then armoring. It can't be recovered, so that's fine though. We'll put it on there. Okay, so now this has extra damage resistance. Okay, cool. Party upgrades? Niles scrap armor. Has a little marker. Can't actually do anything with it. Crafting. Breakdown of stuff. Right, so this is where we can go in and break down, like if we start getting tons of duplicate weapons. We've got some junk. Let's break down all of our junk. Just because we can. Okay, cool. And then we don't need the vending machine. We'll do this stuff while I think about who I want to work with. That's an interesting looking building. I might need to turn down the volume on the background music. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of loud. Red trim circle windows. That's not really a circle window. Red trim circle windows. It's got to be this one. Gotta be this one. Whoa! Secret door in the bathroom. Not gonna lie, I kind of thought that was just a toilet flusher, which is probably what they want you to think. No one can see us, so we're just gonna steal all this stuff first. Let's close the door. Then we'll steal all the things. Alright, let's see. Yep. Welcome subject to Vreeze. Messages. Okay, so welcome message. You are to report to your post in the Information Input and Retrieval Department at 6:30 tomorrow. As I'm sure I don't need to tell you, every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant their role may seem to be. We expect you to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Pitchball incident. It is not unheard of for one to sustain injuries in the course of a spirited match of pitchball, even one as serious as your shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. In my experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in Sovereign's Pride vodka. While it is an understandable misconception, such overindulgence does not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience to our Sovereign. Fortunately for you, in the short time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative, so this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nonetheless, it is your duty to work through such injuries, to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside one's self-importance to elevate us all. Remember, we're all key components in the safety and success of the Protectorate. Okay, and then we get a warning. Your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I am not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment, thanks the Sovereign. And it is incumbent upon me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the traitorous order. I'm certain this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Do not let it happen again. Important announcements. These are the announcements we read on the other computer. Ooh, we leveled up. Okay, now we have to read the stuff from the secret bathroom wall. DeVries submerged tracker. Tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Okay. Compass, bracelets. Alright, let's look at this terminal. Alright, let's see. To Savannah Lockwood. So, DeVries sent this message. Savannah, your last missive stung me to my core. I can't believe you'd accuse us of such. Yes, I'm still in contact with Victor. The schism? Okay. Between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but we are decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear, and I can assure you the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done, what I've been forced to live with, but therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the Cult of Corporatism 6th chapter? One way or the other, I fear we are hurtling towards that same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost. Regardless, my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, see you in the equation, my friends. Okay. Oh, then it looks like she responded. How can you say you never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared specifics with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all to new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void damn cereal and whatever it is you're planning, and please, please come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I am holed up in the Old Order Chapel of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you. Me and Victor. Mission logs. Mission log day 25.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters.
Okay, mission log day 153, so we've gone 125-ish days.
I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Another betrayal? Mission log day 182.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
So she's talking about the satellite here, I imagine, right? It's been 10 years. She can't be talking about betraying us. Which means she betrayed all of her friends a second time when she took out that satellite.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations?
Oh, maybe she's talking about us.
On a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
Okay, so she was thinking about us. I understand you're upset, but let's keep our heads here.
No, you didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
What were people saying about her?
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Were they flirting before? I got more of like a hero worship vibe from their interaction. Like he was definitely off, but I think in hindsight it's because she already knew she was going to kill him. But he was just really excited to see her. Must have been after my time. I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Points.
Reckon so. Somewhat embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Oh, okay. This makes more sense because he had his arm and leg chopped off and was trying to get back to the ship with Valerie. We were the ones down there that realized that DeVries deliberately betrayed us. Like, how would he have known that, you know? That, like, the specifics of her and the craziness that she was spouting. We were frozen for 10 years, and he would have had no way of knowing that that had happened. So, this makes more sense. I always ascribe to malice even that which can be explained by incompetence, I say.
Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
Whatever the seer showed her must have been convincing.
Sure. But why act alone instead of reporting her concerns to the brass? What made her believe the Earth Directorate would dismiss the threat? I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the Grand Architect, Void, even Capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
Let's see. Our hands aren't clean either, Niles. We've killed people too.
That's different. Everything we've done so far has been for the mission. To save everyone.
I imagine those in the Order tell themselves the same thing. DeVries certainly did.
You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that?
I'd rather learn why she did it before passing judgment.
Exactly. We get answers, then she gets a bullet. Everyone goes home happy. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Okay. Let's look at our skill points. We have 2 points available. Let's put them... I feel like we should start spreading them out a little bit more. What has come up that we haven't been able to do? We've had a bunch of medical ones. We've had some explosive ones. Observation. Hidden objects with a difficulty at or below your skill level can be found. We should probably keep leveling up observation. Because we're finding fun stuff with that one. And I guess the things have difficulty levels. So there might be observational things that we're missing. Medical has come up a couple of times. Engineering has come up, but I think Niles can help us with that. Leadership has come up a couple of times. Let's do a point into leadership. And then no perk points yet. All right, let's look at our things. We already have a lot of things. Mentioned is interesting. Aiding Milver Street will help you get into the Vox Relay. Why is that separate from the other ones? Task would be meeting Jackson in the Spire Grove, destroying the hover drones. That was the bounty. And confronting Savannah at the Order of the Ascendant Chapel. We want to do that too. And then, of course, finding the keys to unlock the lockbox is our companion quest. And going to find this dude is Niall's companion quest. Investigate the constable's office. A hidden data pad you found in the landing tower suggests there's a significant amount of smuggling, resulting in several arrests by the compliance adjuster. Their office may have more information. The side quest versus task thing. I wonder what makes this a side quest. Maybe because it continues down a whole quest line? And then this is infiltrate the Vox relay station. Optionally, we can get assistance from either Cower, whatever, and Milver Street. Those are optional, though. Improve the mission's chance of success by seeking help from a sympathetic party. But we could potentially just try to do it alone. Without having to pick one. But we gotta pick one. But maybe we'll do some of these side things first. Let's find the constable's office. And then maybe we'll take Miles to see his friends. I haven't really looked at the map too much to see where we're ending up. This way. There is a lot of distinction in our footstep sounds based on the ground that we're walking on.
Commander,
whoa.
There is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
Alright, so she gave us some materials. Acquire more ammunition. That was so startling. Alright, we're gonna keep on going with this first. We were in here.
Fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
We were in here already. Yeah, it's supposed to be in here. What are we looking for? A hidden data pad you found on the landing suggests there's a significant amount of smuggling in Fairfield, resulting in several arrests. Their office may have more information. Okay. Oh, do we not use their terminal? Compliance investigation notations. Yeah, we totally skipped their terminal. Nothing hurts like stupid does. Void be damned, it's not as if running a side hustle inside of Auntie's Choice is complicated. It only requires exercising the tiniest bit of discretion and getting your dirty work done where people can pretend they don't see it. Mind those two rules and I won't have to track you down, truss you up, and send you back to the fleet in chains. And yet that's just too complicated for the half-wit smugglers who landed one of Auntie's transports at the damaged landing pad and unloaded what were clearly contraband crates in the middle of the damn day. So now they're in the cell and they have an excessive amount of paperwork to do, and there's nowhere near enough commission on my bringing them in to justify the number of hours all this will take. A profitable resolution. Well, someone sought to ensure that my case against these smugglers in my custody was as solid as a bulkhead. My mysterious benefactor left me a stack of files that included a detailed listing of other crimes they should be measured for. Enough to add an eye-watering amount of bits to the arrest commissions I'll end up collecting. Not only that, they also included craftily worded advice that taking them to the undisputed claim for judgment would be a boon to my career and my bit cartridges. So finding out who it was will have to wait until I return from delivering them to the undisputed claim. I have several likely suspects, including a cargo pilot and an acquisition chief that both passed through here at about the right time, but my gut keeps drawing me towards the new greenhouse overseer, Emmeline Galloway. Can't rightly say why. Might just be she's the only one still in town, and I'm pulling for it being the easiest option to investigate. Even so, I can't seem to shake the notion that she's somehow in the mix of all these troubles. Alright, so now we have to go to the greenhouse. Which is this way. We don't leave footprints, sadly. I did see that, but I forgot to check. The greenhouse is going to be this big greenhousey looking building.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold still warm. Come on, baby. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong.
This feels like a side task. Hello, friends.
You're just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with?
Sounds like you're having some trouble. What's the problem?
See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, "Gee, nice weather we're having today."
Okay, so we don't have science or engineering, so we don't have these options. Look up. Should I be worried?
Bit slow on the uptake, aren't you? Until I curry out the kinks in this system, we all should worry. How anyone around here gets any sleep is a damn mystery.
Maybe if you slept, you'd do better work.
Why don't you do me a favor and hit the trail? Don't bother me again lest you've something more to contribute than insults. All right, baby. It's just me and you again.
So this is just here. I guess when we have some engineering skill, we can come back and help her. You can play this in third person, yeah.
One where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
You puts you in third person, and then there's two different distances. And then you can choose which shoulder you're angled over. I forget what the button for that one is, though.
That about everything. You can be honest with me. Tell me how you really feel.
Oh, this is an Auntie's Choice person talking to a former protectorate.
The rift. I can't. Say no more. I get it. I'm scared too.
Emmeline Galloway.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. Or a full half-dozen automechs. All by my lonesome.
Background noise in here is interesting.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
She has an interesting hat. This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
Oh, see, we have observation 3, so we can do this one. Required info discovered, so we have this one. Let's do that one. Let's do the one that we have from required info discovered. Security thinks you're up to more than growing plants. Care to tell me what's going on?
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you?
We'd have to have sneak hack 3 or hack 3 to do this one, or leadership 3. I'm trying to figure out why you'd still work here if you've got better things going on.
Because all these plants were unknown inside Auntie's Choice. and there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs.
Wow.
So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
All right, now we're back to these, so we can go back and choose the observation option, which is you handle all this by yourself, plus you have other jobs to do.
What? No, that's... I was just being sardonic. It's my way of saying I'm so tired it feels like I've got 50 jobs.
Ooh, we don't even have a high enough speech level for one. Sure, whatever you say. So what's all this for?
Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators.
Then what do you use it for?
Research mostly. Some wholesale. And as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get
Oh, this brought us back to the same thing.
0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
Alright, so I guess we'll leave the conversation.
Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
Investigate the Overseer. Where would that be? Emily Galloway seemed to know a lot more than she's saying about the criminal activity in Fairfield. You should look for more information on her. Look for more information on her. That might just be like, we had some options with her that we couldn't do, so maybe we just need to level up. All right, let's do a different thing. Should we go find, how far away do you think this Niles and Zebulon thing is? 800? Oh, it is way over here. Confront Savannah's on the way. Or we could go, like, all the way out. Let's see if we can make it there. Let's try to make it there. The background audio in this has a lot of crackling, and I can't tell if it's meant to or if it's just like a glitch in the audio. It reminds me of like as if we're standing in radiation. Like it's that kind of like crackly, you're being irradiated sound.
Let's keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Hostile wildlife. Familial classification of Raptidon. Detected ahead.
I swear that wasn't planned.
Oh yeah, Raptidons. 350.
Confronting threat.
Whoa, hello. Yeah, I don't know if I like that gun very much.
These things take time, Commander. Yeah, you guys hear it too? I honestly don't know if that's deliberate or just an audio glitch.
biomass pistol. Yeah, radiation or toxicity, both. It's funny how it's like such a common sound to indicate an issue. But there is no mechanic for that. That's why I'm doubting it, because I keep hearing it. I'm like, I feel like maybe it's not meant to be doing that.
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
Taking the road is definitely the long way, but there's this like mountain in the middle, so I'm thinking that sticking to the road is probably the better choice. I guess it's good that you guys hear the sound too, because I was wondering, like, is it my headphones doing something funky?
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North of here is an old abandoned chapel. Dang, I ought to be charging for information.
Ought to be charging for information.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that moves full of holes.
Okay. Good warning. Where are we? Just somewhere random? This is definitely not the forward operating base, right? Corporate cleaner. Station available. Distress signal. I didn't even realize we had, like, a radio. Okay.
Homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
Renovated grain silo.
Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
Alright, dangerous enemies. Enemies with skulls next to their health bar are dangerous, signifying that you might be too underleveled to fight them. If you're having trouble overcoming them, try gaining a few levels before coming back. Like leaders or bosses, these enemies are resistant to certain powerful effects and must be dealt enough damage to make them weak first. I'm guessing that we are walking up to one of these. Particularly tough enemies are noted via their health bar, signifying that they are especially challenging. These are reserved for the leaders and strongest fighters of a group. These enemies are more resistant to certain powerful effects, requiring them to take damage first to make them weak. Okay. Okay, how do I get to my wireless thing now?
Yes, you. I am trapped inside
Here.
the research.
Turn that off. Although, what are the other ones? We should click on it. Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects, social guidance, and improved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music. Music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines, brought to you by Auntie's Choice, improving Eden through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterments. Why settle when you can thrive?
Yep.
I don't actually see a person. Maybe we should be...
Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in nearby armed guards. A stealthy approach is suggested.
We have to go past it, right? Okay, that's personnel trapped in the lab. That's what that distress signal's coming from. Did we get close enough that we can actually fast travel from here? It feels like... Where would we come out? Could we just skip this and fast travel to this spot? Hey, George, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm kind of tempted. What happens if we quick travel there? Where do we pop out? Always causing mischief, Crimson.
What do you mean you're leaving? Ship's over.
Oh yeah, we really did pop out right over here.
Outside this place, you know. Outside our lab?
Homicidally irritable employee.
Commitment. Absolute commitment.
We did kind of pop out right near some people, but it seems okay. And I hope it doesn't cost anything. I didn't notice. That didn't sound good. The game really did make it sound like we were heading to our doom, didn't it? Alright, this is a cliff that we should probably not walk off of. We already tested fall damage and we know it works. So their companion skills really do go up very slowly. I mean, the only combat we were in was those Raptidons, which didn't last an incredibly long time, but it still barely got them halfway. Maybe she works at the post office? Maybe. Alright, Westports. That should be... Yep. Now we can quick travel here, too. Are the people here... Oh, hammer claws.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex...
I just wanted to take him to meet his friends. Gravel Bullet Claw. Yeah, this place seems to be crawling with creatures. I think these are problematic if we get close to them. Nope, doesn't seem to be an issue. You okay, Niles? We probably don't have to still be this sneaky.
This looks like the place. No, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
There's a lot of buildings we can go in. I see a lot of blue doors. Thank you very much.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. You look... well.
Okay, are they gonna talk?
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say, you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
202 XP for talking to this guy is such a random amount. I wonder how it determines XP gain. Because I've noticed the numbers are kind of odd. His rotation adapters are fine. Your attitude could use some work, though. Let's see. You didn't tell me that he thought you were dead. That's awful.
I didn't know. Didn't realize you would...
What else was I to think? You disappeared. Sent no word. Death was the best I could have hoped for you, given the alternatives. Let's not mince words. You ran from the cause. I stayed. And suffered for it. Now you turn up with this stranger. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was Niles' commander back in the day. Briefly.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble.
Oh, hey. Obviously, Niles shared that story. Listen, I still stand by the fact that I thought that we were going to send him for help and then we were going to dig her out. I didn't know that we were trying to get him to leave and then we were just going to leave her for dead. So I guess this is an example of when it says, like, certain things will pop up and say, this will be remembered. I assumed it was going to always come up with that same companion, but I guess it bleeds out a little bit further than that. Like, obviously, Niles told him that story about us. Let's see. I regret that decision now, but in the moment, I acted out of concern for Niles.
I know it, Commander. We all did the best we could on that mission.
Perhaps my words were too pointed. It is difficult to erase the memory of how Niles came to me, half torn up, on the border between life and death. But that was years ago. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
We've been back for like 2 days. You're just mad because Niles has better, cooler friends now. We're going with that one.
Hang fire, Commander. Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
He raises a good point. Why didn't you? Could be worse. He could have left you floating in the dead of space for a decade. Oh no. That would be a terrible response. Poor Niles. Let's just let Niles respond on his own.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Oh, somebody's in trouble. Our conversation in this one seems much more sassy. We've had a couple of sassy things sprinkled in, but our dialogue with this guy in particular is full of sassy comments, and I love it. Maybe you'd like to rethink Niles' offer of help.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
Let's see. I'm in if Niles is.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Let's see. I haven't found a way to reach the station yet, so it might take me a while.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the console.
We can ask him more questions.
I'll answer what I can.
How did a protector doctor end up turning rebel fighter?
If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct, and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
About your stint in mental refreshment.
Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
Okay. What can you tell me about your neighbors?
The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here. I feel kindly toward them.
Can't imagine the feelings mutual.
Animals can sometimes prove more compassionate than their more evolved counterparts. I afford the Crabbles their space, and they afford me mine.
By neighbors, I was referring to Westport.
Ah, of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
Again, with the way that we whip the gun out when we're done talking to people. It's a lot. So, Westport was here. We kind of skipped it. But based on that dialogue, it seems like there's something interesting. Can we jump over this? Yes. Yes, we can. Oh, we're trespassing though. Uh-oh. Wait, is that gonna make them mad?
Engaging.
No! Sorry, Niles. I didn't see the trespassing thing fast enough. Whoopsies. Yeah, it took me a bit too long to notice that. Okay, so yeah, we gotta come up around the corner, and that's where that big ramp entrance was. Yeah, he's got like a weird force field thing happening. Very good odds that I'm gonna shoot Valerie one of these days, because I'm watching out for drones and then she just kind of appears there. One of those little critters right there. We're squirreling so bad. Like, I'm supposed to be sticking to a mission. We kind of did. We found the guy. We gotta choose a path. I like the guy with the mustache and the hat. I like the bad hat guy as a character better. But giving him access to the whole mind control thing feels really bad. So even though I don't really like the lady, the whole blowing up a building so the other people can't use it feels like a much more straightforward, not necessarily cruel to other people kind of option. So I think we're probably going to end up siding with her.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
Interim Chief Mechanist Pinkney.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free
Another
of any
fun
appointed
hat.
minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Anything I should know about this place that you can share, that is?
Word to the wise. Despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Okay, put the gun away.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste.
Mental refreshment, that's the thing that we don't want to do to random people.
It's even in their name. Auntie's choice. Don't take your meaning. They don't have the balanced hand of a soft just a normal person.
They're over there talking about how bad choices are. Biped mechanical.
Well, it's infected. Medstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
This doctor seems nicer than the other doctor.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
I like this lady. I like this lady better than the other doctor. What the void happened here?
You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again.
Oh, that's sad. Damn shame, best of luck.
All right. Well, don't let me keep you.
She seemed fun. Seemed like we'd have more to talk to her about.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
Yeah, they're really suffering with trying to justify all this. Ooh, mentally refreshed subject.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Okay.
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us sociologically. So they started the order.
Where are we here? Workbench. Okay. Ooh, that's not stealing. None of this is stealing. Light revolver. Key card for the Westport Broadcast Facility. Okay. Some ammo. I gotta be more thorough, because we just found a key card that might be handy later that I nearly missed. Is this where we came in? No, that's the other side. Isn't this where we're supposed to find the guy? The guy in charge. That door doesn't open. Random candle. Whoever lives here has a nice bathroom. What is the noise, though? Oh, okay. That's the guy we're looking for. And this room is locked. Key to the personal quarters. Or lockpick level 5. Yeah, so we have to find his key. Joint actuator.
Greetings. Under Protectorate law, it is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence. Now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
I was wondering that too, if we could have gotten it from him by pickpocketing it. Westport looks in pretty bad shape. Anything I can do to help?
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Okay, so these are the people on the other side, I think, of that lady's blow up the building so that they can't get automech parts. These are the people that want the automech parts, which brings us to, we can only choose one, number 2. Let's see. Wait, did I miss a memorandum? What do you need a reprieve for anyway?
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
Such a judgment seems unnecessarily cruel.
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Half the town is presently underwater. No getting around that.
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Oh, we could have potentially already had replacement parts on us. Let's see. Let's negotiate my fee.
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need.
Well, you have intimate knowledge of the Vox Station's workings, correct?
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there. Once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
I'm pursuing a malefactor named Augustine DeVries. Vox is her last known location. Or top secret business. Tell him what we want or top secret business. Let's actually tell him. Maybe he knows her.
Difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
Okay, we'll think about it. So, now we have a third option. We have 3 choices now. Did that update our main quest? Yes, it did. Okay, so now we have to choose between the 3 of them. I'm torn now. This is one of those, we're only, what, total of like 5 hours into the game. We're still in the first area, and I can already see wanting to do this more than one time. Because I want to pick all of them. How is that going to play out differently? I don't know enough about, like, you know, is one of them going to be a sneaky way of getting in? Is one of them going to be like a blast our way through it, letting us in? There are a lot of branching, like, you can only make one choice out of these multiple ways of doing this.
Human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion
That's another key card for the broadcast facility.
led to terrible suffering.
We don't have the detected. Far from that guy. We don't have the pickpocketing skill anyway. I don't know that we can trust, like, they're all bad in their own ways, right? Like, I think that's the tough part of this, is there's no, like, obvious good answer. Like, these people were crazy, and everyone has to think the same, and even the smallest thing will get you sent for the mental reset brain wipe situation. But obviously the corporate people are also bad. And then you've got two factions of the corporate people, the ones that want to blow stuff up and the ones that want to get that, like, mind control under their own control. Not too many controls in that sentence, but you know what I mean. Like, Top Hat guy getting mind control access, to me so far, still seems like the worst of the options. So it comes down to now choosing between these crazy people and the corporate crazy people. Whether we get the mech parts for this guy, or that was startling, or we destroy the mech building for the other lady. I don't know. I don't feel equipped to make final decisions. Who's got the better hat?
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the
what?
ecotope, as our home, and devised the paradigm as a great way to maintain it.
What is happening with this guy's lips? They're very purple.
Appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
Let's see. My favorite part is page 6, paragraph 2. How does that go again? All right, but we're not going to do that, because what we really want to know is why there's a purple stain all around your mouth. What is that?
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Oh no. You know your mouth is the exact shade of Auntie's Choice Purple Berry Crunch cereal?
A purple what now? Is that an actual term in use? I don't know. You come in here spouting made-up words and,
Oh, relax, I'm an ally.
Would a true ally speak so plainly? Or coolly remark with some cryptic double entendre? Straight talk seems more the province of hidden agents, savvily angling to trick somebody. If you were a sentinel, or in some sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it.
depletion of resources and lack of
Okay.
community led to terrible suffering. Poor tears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them.
Where's the broadcast building? Because we have a key to that. Aha! It's right here. We had 2 keys to it. So there's got to be some reason. We might as well eat that, get our health back up. Dignity. Lots of junk to be picked up. Examine this. Let's see. For use by duly authorized personnel only, interference with ongoing broadcasts is strictly forbidden. Inspect the loudspeaker interface. The interface for the loudspeaker system in Westport allows authorized Protectorate subjects to update which audio cartridges play. Okay. I feel like that will probably be relevant later. Somehow. Because there really wasn't anything cool enough in here to justify 2 locations to find a key for it.
To govern it, the matriarch working with and
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
But the paradigm says we're just a predetermined profession.
That's why it's so generous of the Sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the Great War Machine.
It's really handy that none of this is stealing.
The wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid.
Very
I was tempted
helpful.
to feel sad after the ocean flooded my house.
Even this. Not stealing.
Andy's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress, sustain the system, serve the Sovereign.
Fine quote. We must rout all disruptive factors and invasive elements.
The red makes me feel like it's going to be stealing, but it's just because I can't eat it because my health is already full. It's not actually stealing. We are going to go back and read that terminal. I'm just assessing the loot first. The door is barred shut. Okay, terminal time. Maintenance log repository. Reservoir status abundant. The seawater desalination purification system is operating at its baseline level of flawless automechanical efficiency. Much like all aspects of Protectorate society, it is perfect. Cistern water quality exceeds maximum standards of potability. Subjects may drink, bathe, recreate, and irrigate without care or restraint. Glory to the Sovereign. Momentarily contaminated. Seawall is breached. The cistern is contaminated with elevated levels of salinity. Although currently overwhelmed, the purifiers will compensate without question. The system abides in all things, and soon the reservoir will run clear again. Not today, though. Until the purification system rights itself, bottled beverages remain the prudent option for healthful hydration. Only days after the seawall breach, the water desalination purification system has returned to pre-invasion levels of efficiency. Reservoir quality is approaching semi-potability, suitable for irrigation and a bathing spritz. This recovery of the purification system was never in doubt, a case of events righting themselves. The system truly does abide. I think we read those in backwards order, but that's okay. Well, not fully backwards order. It's like we read 3 and then 1 and then 2. Okay, so where are we at? We could find the person trapped in the grain silo. I just feel like we should level more before we get back on the main quest. Look for more information about the greenhouse overseer. I'm just not sure where that one would have led us. I think we needed to be able to talk to her better. Oops, wrong button. Rescue the subversives. That takes place at the Vox relay station. So we have to save that. Oh yeah, we were supposed to make tiny metal death pellets. Let's figure out how to make Niles do that for us.
Seeing Zeb again went different than I expected. Not that I had high hopes for tears and confetti, but damn.
I forgot that he might want to chat with us after that. Let's see. I'm sorry it didn't go better.
That's appreciated, Commander. Maybe I ought to apologize straight away. But I'm not convinced I did the wrong thing, leaving. Had I stayed, who knows? Likely I'd have gotten us both killed.
Probably. Between the two of us, we don't have a great record of keeping people alive.
If you're talking Horizon Point, those were extenuating circumstances. Like hell if I'll take the credit for DeVries' body count. Anyway, I appreciate the check-in, Commander. Was there anything else you needed?
Field tinkering. I'd like to take advantage of your engineering skills.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Ooh, okay. New crafting. Okay, so we want to make more compact rounds, I guess. Doesn't look like we can make any other kind of rounds. Did that count? Yes, that did count. That's actually really handy that he can make ammo for us on the road. Super handy. Confront Savannah. That was a good looking one. That's one we might want to do. Okay, what's this? This is the personnel trapped in the lab. This was the Savannah. Savannah knew DeVries, so I feel like that one is super relevant. And then the others are this way. The Grove thing and the Diabolical Drones of Doom were this way. Let's go here. I think either way now, we're going to be back on the other side of that section of people we skipped. The, like, really bad guys. Yeah, see? Homicidally irritable employee. He's got the skull next to him. We can try it.
Enthusiastically.
Okay, so we did some damage to him. Enemy killed, plus 50. That wasn't so bad. Somebody else died back. Oh, there's another body. Oh no, I didn't reload. Oh, that's a lot of exclamation points. Whoa. They're launching stuff at us.
Status. Susceptible to danger.
Who's shooting at us? I didn't get to loot these bodies. Oh, there's a person here. Nope. Oh, hello. Oh, nope. Sorry. Niles, I'm sorry. Okay, we've got our first incident of friendly fire.
Ready to waste. On your command.
Let's try the rifle again. Yeah, no, we're too far away. I was gonna say, this isn't even a rifle, is it? It's a, like, machine gun. Alright, we did better with it once we were closer. It took far too long to reload. That's my problem with it. I liked this thing because it had the Moon Man, but I feel like, you know, that was not a super relevant reason to choose a weapon. Earrings. Medical pills.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
I mean, I'm just trying to loot now. You guys got this, right? I'm looting bodies mid-battle, but, you know, as one does. But I've already started to lose them. Like, there's two bodies that are supposed to be, like, right here. Oh, there's one. And the other is right there. Ah. Priorities. We've got to get the loot. Oh, there they are. Okay, but there's a body over here. Okay, the background sounds of struggling are kind of a lot. Like, honestly.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Should have reloaded before it was, I meant to hit his. 300 XP for killing that one.
Status.
We got
Susceptible to danger.
a music box. Yeah, way too excessive. That guy died a long time ago. His legs look smushed. We've got a workbench back here. Mag pick, that's good. We were missing that.
Unsanitary conditions detected.
You think? Does look a little gross in here. Ooh, terminal. Internal correspondence. Mind your backside. Weird interchange. Made up persona. Alright, let's see. You're actually the 4th lab tech he's told that story to. It might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks, but if you can't be one, you need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with Ormsby is realizing that he's a complete fraud. That title, totally of his own devising. That's not unheard of. It's likely standard operating procedure among management, actually. For now, we're stuck with him, so just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives. And yeah, learn what you can in the meantime. Let's go back to the top. Mind your backside. Look, you're new here and desire to prove yourself. I understand the impulse. I'm simply saying don't be so quick to seek Ormsby's attention. Bright new hopefuls in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignments or drawing undue blame. Avoid attracting conspicuous notice. Wear a disguise if possible. Anyhow, I analyzed the data from the field team at Red Spire. Seems like the reason for the Raptidon's aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming. Specifically, a unique reaction between the red spores combined with their preservative-rich diet. Not sure if that stems from the Raptidon chow we used to feed them or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Guess artificial additives aren't 110% beneficial after all, huh? Don't tell Auntie. Weird interchange. Had kind of a weird interchange with Ormsby today. After our morning assembly, he made a remark about how he once accidentally ordered a sample sent for testing into the Panpharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Oh, macrowave. Like, instead of the spectrometer, it was meant. How it literally blew up in someone's face, but then a rival's signature somehow replaced his on the work order. It's not a mistake, he said, if someone else takes the blame. I don't know, guess he's the boss. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes. But if any of these dangerous substances we're working with somehow get loose, bet I know who'll be to blame. Anyway, I informed him about the field team's findings and your conclusion about the rat's aggressiveness. Seemed real excited about it, actually. Like he'd just heard news about a promotion. Been weirdly lingering around the macro wave ever since. Okay. Does this go back outside? Whoa, hello. There's a person in there.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived.
Oh yeah, it's Ormsby.
You must be affected as well.
That's that Ormsby guy. Alright. Chemical counter agent and a red spore sample. We obviously don't want to let him out. He's got a Raptidon friend in there. Is that a Raptidon? No, it's a little something else. We will talk to him in just a second. We're just gonna... Nope. Don't want to go back outside. Alright, now we'll talk to him.
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You want me as your new assistant? Employees here don't seem to survive that long. You've changed your tune a bit since sending that distress signal.
Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But
the second
back to the
time?
exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me. As an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
Let's see. I need to know specifics before I agree to anything.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
Oh, we have a brilliant option. This is the first time I've seen one of these. You must be visionary scientists to succeed in such haphazard fashion.
Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
I think the word you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed.
Didn't you hear? I murdered practically everybody. Or we could lie. I walked in without incident. Everyone was very nice to me.
I find that highly unlikely. Some failed attempt at levity, perhaps, to mask fear. No matter. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third.
Firm third. I'm sure your subordinates find that attitude quite inspiring.
As you're now one of them, I'll take that as a compliment. But enough glad-handing me. Regarding what we need, Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
I have no idea.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
What medical level do we need? Level 3 medical? Yeah, no. Lie. I have some medical training. Just tell me how and when to put it to use.
Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
What do you remember about what happened? How'd you end up in there?
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination. Well then, anything else before we proceed?
Let's see. A visionary lab like this gets to set its own agenda, right?
Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals. Our humble research team works to deliver. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway.
Alright, let's see. What do I need to do?
We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
Let's see. The old samples aren't good enough. I could probably scrape up some of the goo.
Fresh spores will be key in the formulation of an antidote, as will the particulars and analysis from the expedition. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will.
Okay.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
They might all be dead already. So unless they respawn, they're probably out of luck. Alright, we've got 2 skill points. We are going to assign those real quick before we end. Let's start. I'm surprised by how many things we're running into that already require a level 3. Like, we've already failed a speech check. There's been some lockpicking we can't do. There's a surprising amount that already takes 3. Let's put 1 into medical so we can start working that way, and then we're going to bring speech up to 3. And then we have another perk. Now this one might be a little bit... 50% less bribe costs. I hate paying bribes. Treasure hunter, caustic researcher, inspiring commander. Companion command meters fill 5% each time the party scores a kill. That was the manual reset. We've got the 2 gun ones. Psychopath. Gain bonus damage against any faction you have negative reputation with. Okay, well, we don't want to have negative reputation with people. I feel like we're going to, but... we can just do something like bullet shield, like basic, just extra damage resistance and base health. Trophy hunter. 15% additional critical chance against strong enemies. That one actually is not that bad. That would be handy too. The psychopath one could come in handy later if we got into a negative with somebody. Restricted inventory on vending machines. Let's see. Medical increase might be fine. Extra healing and extra inhaler charge from drugs. The thing is, we, in our mode that we're playing, haven't really needed to heal that much. Knock on wood. Probably just jinxed myself. But yeah, I don't think we've even used the inhaler once. We're up to like 8 charges or something. Not that we can use that many in a row. Bad things happen to you. I think we should probably go with brand enthusiast. Well, all of your equipment, armor, and weapons share the same brand. You gain bonus damage and armor. Oh, that's cool. I don't know that I'd be really good at doing that, though. Making everything match. I think we'll do Trophy Hunter. Or Treasure Hunter. Bonus bits or crafting materials when searching through containers. Because we have the observation skill. I hate picking things like this. They all seem good in different ways. Weapon equipment slot. You know what? Let's just... I used a mod to get an extra equipment slot. But I'm going to take the perk point for one. I'm going to take the perk point and get an extra weapon slot. Done. Decision made. That took far too long. Alright, normally I don't like to stop out in the middle of the field, if you will. But we're kind of far. I guess we can quick travel to here later if we wanted to. But I think we're fine to just hang out in this room. Hello. The Earth Directorate found a new flaw in you. Easily distracted. Your skills are erratic to say the least, but a jack of all trades is oftentimes better than a master of one. You can raise more skills faster, though it'll be harder to ever maximize any particular one. Effects. When leveling, you can only add skill points into the lowest non-zero skill or any skill you have no points in already. Okay, wait. Let me wrap my head around that. You can only add skill points into your lowest non-zero skill or any skill that you have no points in already. But we'd get extra points? Yeah, that does sound... I mean, I feel like most of the time the flaws are bad. We didn't take any flaws the last time we played. Because generally speaking, they all are adding some kind of crazy challenge. So yeah, you'd have to spread your points out. Like right now, we wouldn't be able to take anything else in like speech or speech or observation, because we'd only be able to put points into things that are zero. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I'm always going to contemplate them, but I guarantee you we will probably never actually take any. We did take the one at the beginning. The one that caused that, you know, we sell stuff for less money, but we can buy stuff for cheaper. We took that. I agree. A lot of these things I think would be really good for adding challenge to a second playthrough. I would agree with that. I think if you were to play again, a lot of like the flaws, the perks, a lot of them are affected by actually knowing and understanding how things are going to play out. So yeah, I'll be shocked if we actually take any of these. I'm gonna hit reload on this gun before we log out, because I won't remember that for next time. But we're gonna call it here, so we will be back on Thursday to actually do some more adventuring around. We went a little further. I don't feel like we actually accomplished that much, but we did gather a lot of information. We talked to a lot of people. We got access, you know, to a lot of side stuff, so they're on our radar. We haven't really accomplished very many of them yet, but we have a lot of things to play around with next time. So we'll do some more of these side things and then have to make a decision on which of the 3 paths we're going to take for getting into this Vox relay thing. But I feel like, you know, side stuff first. That'll be the goal. So that is up on the Discord for the schedule. And then, of course, the streams do get put up onto YouTube on the day of. So if you enjoyed tonight's stream and you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And until then, have a good one, everybody.